BICWO PLC, or Buildings Construction Without Piles, low roof comprised concrete frame, that is one applicable to 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works, we have BICWPHCCP, BICWPHCCP 16, BICWPLCCP, BICWPHCDP, BICWPHCDP 16, BICWPLCDP, BICWOPHC, BICWOPHC 16, BICWPMCDP, BICWPMCCP, and BICWOPMC. For the required pickup license for this contract, still a pickup license of a size range small b and a license category of C and D. The largest single project completed should be construction of multipurpose building with contract cost not less than 50% of the ABC for this contract, or equivalent to 3,467,000 pesos. For the key personnel requirements, this is an MPB. So aside from project manager, the project engineer should be a DPWH accredited construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, and an accredited DPWH materials engineer. So for these positions, at least 2 years general experience should be achieved. So in the case of accreditation, expectedly, this should have an accreditation number. For the minimum major equipment requirements are as follows. A plate compactor with a capacity of 5 horsepower, 1 unit. 1 bagger mixer with a capacity of 4 to 6 cubic foot per minute, 1 unit. Bar cutter and bar bender, 1 unit each. 2 units of welding machine with a capacity of 500 amperes. Cutting outfit, 1 unit. 1 unit of backhoe with a capacity of 0.80 cubic meter or 1.05 cubic yard. 2 units of dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity. Truck-mounted crane, 1 unit with a minimum capacity of 21 to 25 megatons. For the bill of quantities for this contract, we have facilities for the engineer, a provision of field office for the engineer on a rental basis for a period of 3 months. Other requirements include permits and clearances, lump sum, detailed engineering and architectural design, lump sum, 2 units of project billboard, signboard, lump sum for occupational safety and health, so with the mobilization and demobilization. Under earthworks, item 800, 2 clearing and grubbing, lump sum. Structure excavation for common soil with a quantity of 209.24 cubic meters. For embankment from barrow, common soil is 589.72 cubic meters. Under item 8047, gravel fill is 11.89 cubic meters. Under reinforced concrete, item 901D, structural concrete 4,000 PSI, Class A, with a quantity of 47.61 cubic meters. Under item 901I, structural concrete, Class A, is 55.85 cubic meters. For item 902.1A1, reinforcing steel, deformed grade 40, is 9,000 665.44 kilograms. For item 903, 2 formworks and falls works is 180 square meters. Under finishing and other civil works, we have 353.80 for item 104621A or CSB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel at 100 mm thick. Lump sum for finishing hardware under item 10042. For aluminum glass window sliding type is 2.88 square meters. For aluminum glass windows awning type is 3.24 square meters. For frames, jumps, seal head, transoms, and mullions is 6 sets. For doors, flash type is 11.34 square meters. For PVC doors and frames, 5 sets. For ceiling, made up of 4.5 mm thick fiber cement board with metal frames, is 90 square meters. For glazed tiles and trims, 44.10 square meters. For unglazed tiles, is 87.15 square meters. For cement plaster finish, is 981.07 square meters. For painting works, for steel works, you have 452.16 square meters. Pre-painted metal sheets, rib type long span ribs of 0.427 millimeter thick is 799 square meters. For structural steel used for trusses is 8,724.64 kilograms. For structural steel used as purlins is 5,342.40 kilograms. For metal structure accessories used for bolts and rods is 44.93 kilograms. Used for steel plates is 316.48 kilograms. For cross bracing is 239.76 kilograms. And for turnbuckle, it's 48 each or pieces. Under structural steel with item 10477 lump sum, septic vault made up of concrete CSB lump sum, plumbing works lump sum. For electrical, item 110010 conduits, boxes, and fittings, that is for rough-in is lump sum, wires and wiring devices lump sum, panel board with main and branch breakers lump sum, lighting fixtures lump sum. For this contract ID, steel bid security declaration or BSD is accepted as bid security form, or the amount of not less than 138,600 or 2% of the ABC if the securities in cash or manager's check. The amount of not less than 5% of the ABC or 346,500 if bid security used is surety bond or bank draft guarantee or revocable letter of credit. For the last contract ID, 26NA0020 is construction of multipurpose building, Barangay 9, Buenavista, Agusan del Norte, with coordinates 8.98035111 and 125.4071278. The approved budget for the contract is 6,930,000 pesos. And a duration of 120 calendar days. The bidding fee is 10,000 and the source of funds is the 2026. For the major categories of work, we have BICWO PLC or buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame. The similar categories of work include BICWPHCCP, BICWPHCCP 116, BICWPLCCP, BICWPHCDP, BICWPHCDP 16, BICWPLCDP, BICWOPHC, BICWPHC 16, BICWPMCDP, BICWPMCCP, and BICWOPMC. The required pickup license should have a size range of small b and a category of C and D. The single largest project completed should be construction of multi-purpose building with a contract cost of not less than 50% of the ABC, or 3,465,000 pesos. Allowable range for the contract is 30 million. For the key personal requirements, project manager of 2 years, same position. Project engineer should be accredited DPWH of 2 years, same position. Construction foreman, safety officer, and first aider, the same number of years. And accredited DPWH materials engineer for this project of same position at 2 years experience. For the construction equipment, we have plate compactor 400 to 500 gasoline engine with a capacity of 5 horsepower, 1 unit. One bagger mixer with a capacity of 4 to 6 cubic foot per minute, 2 units. Bar cutter and bar bender at 1 unit each. 2 units of welding machine, electric driven, DC output with 500 amperes. Cutting outfit, 1 unit. Backhoe, HD823 at 0.80 cubic meters. Dump truck, 2 units at 12 cubic yard capacity. And a truck-mounted crane, standard lattice boom at 21 to 25 megatons, 1 unit. For the bill of quantities, you have provision of field office for the engineer with a duration of 4 months. Other permits include permits. Other requirements include permits and clearances, lump sum, detailed engineering and architectural design, lump sum, project billboard, 2 each, including signboards, occupational safety and health, lump sum, mobilization and demobilization, lump sum. Under earthworks, we have removal of structures and obstruction, lump sum, structural excavation, common soil, 71.63 cubic meters. Embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil, 46.17 cubic meters. For embankment from borrow, common soil, 10.35 cubic meters. A gravel fill of 12.61 cubic meters. Under reinforced concrete, structural concrete, 4,000 psi, class A, with a quantity of 25.10 cubic meters. Structural concrete, class A, of 28.12 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 40, is 7,239.72 kilograms. Form works and falls works is 274.02 square meters. Under finishing and other civil works, CSB, non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, made up of 100 mm thick, is 103.92 square meters. For CSB, non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, of 150 mm thick, is 203.88 square meters. For carpentry and joinery works is lump sum. Aluminum framed glass door swing type 16.87 square meters. Aluminum glass windows sliding type 37.51 square meters. For aluminum glass windows awning type is 6.12 square meters. For frames, jambs, sillhead, transoms and mullions, 10 sets. Aluminum cladding, 44.98 square meters. For railing, lump sum. For wood tile walls, 29.90 square meters. Wood tiles, ceiling and others, 82.899 square meters. For ceiling of 6 mm ordinary plywood with metal frame is 152.80 square meters. Glazed tiles and trims, 144.75 square meters. Unglazed tiles is 16.81 square meters. For cement plaster finish, 707.87 square meters. For reflective insulation, 82.80 square meters. For painting works, masonry or concrete is 707.26 square meters. For painting works for steel, 128.23 square meters. For pre-painted metal sheets, rib type long span of 0.4 to 7 mm thick is 82.80 square meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory for gutter with a gauge 24 sheet is 12 linear meters. Metal structure accessories used for turnbuckle, 8 each. Used for bolts and rods, 15.81. For metal structural accessories used for sag rods, 17.76 kilograms. For cross bracing, 37.25 kilograms. For steel sheets or steel plates, 87.92 kilograms. For structural steel used for trusses is 982.75 kilograms. For structural steel purlins, 559.68 kilograms. For cuts basin made up of CSB, for each. Sewer line works or SLW, lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, lump sum. Septic vault, concrete CSB, lump sum. Cold water lines or CWL, lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, lump sum. Under electrical, we have conduits, boxes, and fittings, rough-in, lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, lump sum. A pole-mounted power transformer, OISC, with complete accessories, single or three-phase, pole type or flat platform, is 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures, lump sum. CCTV system, lump sum. Public address system or PAS, lump sum. Under mechanical, air conditioning system package, split type, lump sum. And fire alarm system, lump sum. For this contract, the same bid security declaration as a bid security form is acceptable, or if it is cash or check is 138,600. If it is in surety bond, it should not be less than the 5% of the ABC or 346,500. For the three aforementioned contracts, two envelope system holds. The first envelope, labeled as envelope A, should contain technical requirements including the legal documents such as business registration, either from SEC for corporation, DTI for sole proprietorship, and CDA for cooperative. May use permit, reflecting to where your business address is located, income tax return, tax clearance, field JEPs, and these should be valid as of the dropping of the bid and updated, including in the DPWH CWA at least a week before the scheduled dropping of bids, hence requiring all prospect bidders to ensure that these documents are updated in the DPWH CWA, not only in the field JEPs. Other requirements comprising envelope A should be the valid pickup license, an NFCC. In your NFCC, indicate the updated list of ongoing and awarded but not yet started projects. Then, the key personal requirements with complete valid accreditation number and registration. For the minimum equipment, should attach proof of availability, either owned or leased. List of completed projects, including private for the past 10 years. List of all ongoing, awarded, but not yet started projects, including private. Because this will be verified during post-qualification as basis in checking your NFCC. Aside from this mentioned, additional requirement should be the latest general information sheets reflecting the beneficial ownership information or BOI. This is applicable for those who are registered under the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC for corporations. And then sworn affidavit of eligibility may not be included because this is part in the financial document under the omnibus sworn statement. However, to make sure that this completes your requirement under envelope A, you may attach it using the annex A as provided. For the second envelope, financial and requirements should contain bid form, detailed estimates, cash flow by quarter, and then document requirements including integrity pledge and omnibus sworn statements. Excuse me. For those envelopes, checklist or the prescribed checklist as provided by the procurement unit should be attached as the first page, both in the technical and financial requirements. For these three contract IDs, deadline of dropping of bids will be on April 1, 2026 before 10 a.m. To those who are interested to purchase bidding documents, you may proceed to the office of the procurement and request for the order of payment and should not be later than 9 a.m. as this is our regulations. For the opening of bids for these three contracts will follow on the same date, immediately after the deadline of dropping of bids and upon availability of the eligibility results from the CWA. We would like to remind those who are interested to participate in drafting of their proposal to make sure that their envelopes are properly labeled with accurate title and contract ID, properly sealed, and ensure that the authorized personnel or representative should personally drop their bids and witness the opening of bids. That will be all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. Any question, clarification about this project? If there is none, this pre-bid conference is adjourned at exactly 10:30 in the morning. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And that concludes our pre-bid conference. Thank you for your time and good morning.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Napaday kato mga nga late. Sorry, wala na mention, no? We have Ma'am Eva Resmondo. Sa pa? Ma'am Eva, aside from Ma'am Eva, wala naman. Junices is also present.
Hello, Sir Pips. Excuse me. Dili, wala screenshot.
Ma'am?
Screenshot. Attendance.
Naka-record naman siguro ni Sir ni Miljon.
Pero di ba ang screenshot, Sir Pips,
Okay,
requirement na siya as prof?
I will request Miljon to do that screenshot. We can open our camera again.
Yes, o basta pangitaan ta, Sir Pips ba nga, namin sa online.
Everybody,
open sa imong camera,
everybody is requested to open your cam.
Okay, hello, Eve. Si Donna, wala.
Nilip naman si Donna. Okay na, sir? Thank you.
Okay na, sir. Thank you.
Thank you po. Okay, salamat.
Do